Ever since I set foot on this mysterious path, I have been constantly trying to convince myself that this is neither a dream nor some mischievous illusion. The world before me is real and vivid, impossible to ignore. However, what confuses me even more is that the road behind me has vanished, as if erased by an invisible hand. I am lost on this path, unsure of how to face this sudden turn of events. Look at this place. Is this a dream? This endless space, these crisscrossing paths. Where am I? My God, where am I really? Wait a minute. I've been here for about an hour or two now, wandering around this area, and the way I came from has definitely disappeared. I can't wait any longer. I have to take action. I had noticed earlier that in the distance, at the end of one of the branching paths, there seemed to be what looked like a town, though its appearance seemed a bit strange. Still, if I could find someone there, I might get help or some clues. Even though the path seems long, I have no other choice. So, I started walking toward it. Wow, what a magnificent and splendid sky! What kind of sight is this? I am so stunned by the scenery along the road that I almost forgot about my hunger and fatigue. I walked for what felt like an eternity, until at last I reached the end of the road. But there, instead of the small town I had expected, lay a vast, boundless city. Countless towering buildings rose up before me, stretching endlessly into the distance. My heart swelled with both astonishment and excitement, and I quickened my pace, eager to explore. Yet, as I entered the city, my excitement was swiftly replaced by a deep, overwhelming disappointment. It was a colossal, lifeless metropolis, silent and empty. Skyscrapers stood everywhere, but each one was dilapidated and decaying, with windows plunged into darkness. A heavy feeling settled in my chest, and I desperately searched for any sign of life, but found none. The shops along the streets held only the remains of decayed food and crumbling goods, as though they had been ravaged by countless centuries of neglect. It all felt surreal, as if I had stepped into a forgotten realm lost to time. I wandered aimlessly among the towering ruins, scorched as though by the fires of some distant apocalypse. The desolation pressed upon me, and I realized with a chilling clarity that I was perhaps the last living soul in this desolate world.
I can't keep going. Is there really no one left here? Wait, what's that? Light? Could someone be there? No way, but could it really be someone? I can't give up. I have to check it out. Faster! I have to get there.
When Luke finally reached the room, the door was slightly ajar, with faint light spilling through the crack. He pushed the door open, to find the room empty, the few pieces of old furniture quietly standing in place. Against the wall, a crooked vanity mirror caught the light from outside. That light, it turned out, was not from any lamp. There was a bed, a desk, and a few chairs in the room, covered in dust but still intact. Outside, the orange glow of the setting sun slowly seeped in, bathing the room in a warm light that evoked a sense of nostalgia. Luke noticed a wooden picture frame on the desk, holding a photograph of a family of three, a young couple and their child. He picked up the frame and stared at the happy family in the photo, lost in thought.
This small room once had people living in it. Who were they? How long had they stayed here? What kind of life did they lead? And where did they go? How many stories had this room witnessed? And how many years had it been abandoned? I lost myself for a moment, staring out at the endless skyline of towering buildings. This city feels as if it survived an apocalypse, as if it's gathered every place in the world into one, stretching endlessly, offering no escape. A shiver ran down my spine. Then, a terrifying thought struck me. What if the roads here vanish, just like the path I took earlier? What if I'm trapped here, forever, in this city of death? What would I do?
Luke's thoughts surged like a rising tide, fear spreading through his chest. Suddenly, he snapped out of it, as if hearing unseen chains locking behind him. His heart raced, and terror washed over him like a wave. Without hesitation, he bolted downstairs, sprinting back toward the road he came from. Luke was running along the road when a mist began to rise over the once sunlit path. The fog grew denser until Luke found himself unable to see the road ahead. He had no choice but to slow down, the fog thickening until nothing but himself was visible. Every step was taken with fear.
What is happening? Am I going to be lost here forever? Oh God, if this is a nightmare, please let me wake up. I prayed desperately, but nothing changed around me. I had no idea how long I had been walking through the fog, exhausted, until I collapsed on the ground and soon fell into a deep sleep. After a while, I opened my eyes and found myself lying in my bedroom. Oh, thank goodness, it really was just a dream. I hurried to get dressed.
Luke, aren't you going to church?
Huh, this scene. It feels like it has happened before.
Luke, you have been far too irreverent lately. You've strayed too far from God.
Yes, you've gone so far. You're on another path now.
That's right. Go on now. You have to find the way back.
To the new road.
What are you talking
Go
about?
quickly.
Where do you want me to go?
To the new road. Go
Go
quickly.
quickly.
Their faces began to distort. I felt a wave of terror and screamed, "No, no." I jolted upright to find myself still lying on the cold stone road. It was pitch black around me, the thick fog had not cleared, and there wasn't a single glimmer of light. I couldn't even see my own hands. My God, this isn't a dream. Is this terrible reality? I thought desperately. How long did I sleep? There's no food, no water here. I'm doomed. I began to wonder if this was punishment for my rebellion.
Luke groped through the darkness like a blind man, walking for what felt like forever, still enveloped in blackness, without hope. He felt his strength fading, and eventually, he sank to the ground, surrendering, closing his eyes, ready to fall asleep again. Just then, a faint light seemed to flash before Luke's eyes. He quickly opened them, peering ahead, and saw what appeared to be a dim light flickering in the distance. Without hesitation, Luke summoned the last of his strength and rose to walk toward that faint glimmer in the darkness. There lies a new road ahead, leading to hope.